Welcome to Hot Wired. In today's top story, what Europe's response to a no-deal with Trump could look like. The transatlantic trade war is reaching a critical juncture. With just days until a looming August 1st deadline, the European Union and the United States remain locked in a high-stakes standoff over tariffs, leaving businesses and consumers on both sides of the Atlantic bracing for impact. The possibility of a trade deal hangs precariously in the balance, overshadowed by the ever-present uncertainty surrounding U.S. President Donald Trump's unpredictable decision-making. The immediate trigger is a threat of 30% tariffs on EU imports into the U.S., set to take effect on August 1st. In response, the EU has prepared a powerful countermeasure, a massive package of retaliatory tariffs totaling €93 billion, or roughly $109 billion. This week, EU lawmakers formally approved this list, targeting a wide range of U.S. goods, from everyday items like clothing and food and drink to more substantial products including machinery. The breadth and scale of these counter-tariffs represent a significant escalation of the conflict. The EU's package combines two previously proposed lists of duties, demonstrating their resolve to respond forcefully to any U.S. tariffs. Sources suggest the EU is prepared to match the U.S. 30% tariff on selected goods. The situation is further complicated by the potential deployment of the EU's so-called trade bazooka, a reference to the broader range of trade measures the EU could unleash if negotiations fail. While the exact nature and scale of these additional measures remain unclear, the mere threat underscores the gravity of the situation and the EU's determination to protect its interests. Experts like Karsten Brzezinski, global head of macro at ING, anticipate a tit-for-tat response from the EU in the absence of a deal, although he acknowledges that a fully unified approach across all EU member states might not be immediately achievable. However, a glimmer of hope persists. Reports suggest that negotiations for a trade agreement are intensifying, with a potential deal involving a 15% tariff on EU imports to the US currently being considered as a base case scenario. Yet, the details remain fluid, and crucial exemptions are still being debated. The ultimate outcome, however, hinges heavily on the actions of President Trump, whose last-minute shifts in strategy are well documented. This inherent unpredictability makes any prediction about the final agreement highly speculative. The coming days will be decisive. The clock is ticking down to August 1st, and the world watches as the EU and US navigate this perilous path, with the potential for significant economic consequences for both sides hanging in the balance. Whether a deal emerges, or if both sides resort to full-scale tariff retaliation, remains to be seen. The uncertainty leaves businesses in limbo, and consumers bracing for potential price increases on a wide array of goods.